Check it. Alright, yo, what's up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're looking at AMC and focusing on AMC. Why? Because the people have spoken. You guys want to see a how high and why video. We're going to look at the facts, the data, and the technicals like all of my videos, but we're going to be looking at how high this thing can go and why. So we're going to look at the technicals, fundamentals, and everything else that makes price go up and why I think we are going to see this thing go to these price targets that I mentioned. I'm also going to briefly cover my brackets in this video so you don't want to miss a second of this update. It has critical information for all AMC holders. Without wasting a second more, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. You are back for another video with Data Zero. Guys, you have spoken. We are going to be looking at price targets. AMC, how high and why. I dropped this poll earlier today, and asked what kind of video do you want, and you guys have spoken. So we're going to be doing price targets, how high and why on this video. Guys, if you want the AMC update, all you have to do is check out my morning shorts feed, because I'm going to be doing my morning updates as usual. And also you can check out my video from yesterday, because all the same things are still in play. We still have this falling wedge. We're still in this falling wedge with AMC. We need to break that micro sloping resistance here, the top yellow line. Also, we need to, or GME is going to be running first. In my personal opinion, I think GME is going to see a little bit of downside before pumping to the upside around earnings, breaking through that macro sloping resistance and then leading us into the squeeze, why the market crashes. Go ahead and check out my previous video that I dropped yesterday, what you need to know about the MOAs right now. That's what the video is titled. I'll leave it linked in the comment section and description. But let's go ahead and hop in this video. Guys, as you can see, we're going to be looking at price targets, how high and why. So the first thing I want to point out for you guys is a couple things. We're going to look at the fundamentals, basically the fundamentals of the company, how much they have improved. We're also going to look at the fundamentals of data. So I'm going to base all of these price targets on straight facts, like straight facts, straight data, guys. So basically we're going to be looking at short interest, how much more FTDs, how much higher the cost of borrow is, all of these things. We're going to be looking at previous short squeezes, and we're going to be comparing this to AMC and try to figure out how high this thing can go and why. So basically the first things I want to point out for you guys is the previous two run-ups, the 2020 run-up and the 2020 run-up. So we're going to go ahead and measure these two moves from top to bottom. So we're going to go ahead and pull from the bottom on this one. So let's go ahead and back out because I did not catch the bottom on that. Let's go ahead and come to the bottom. And this ran roughly about 1,130%, 1,130%, as you guys can see, top to bottom for this run. So if you were to buy at the absolute bottom and sell at the absolute top, you would make about 1,130% gains. If we go ahead and look at this run, top to bottom, we can see that this run, the second run, the 2020 run up, was about 705%, roughly 705% gains as of right now. So we have one rally that is 1,100% gains and 1,000 that is roughly 700% gains. So just based off of those two things right there, let's go ahead and see what we'd be looking at if we were to rally right now and check those two price points. Let's go ahead and move over and see what we're looking at. So basically, if we were to rally from this point, let's go a little bit lower just in case we see more downside. So let's go from the previous low. Let's say AMC capitulated just like Volkswagen, dropped to a new low before squeezing and squeezed from that point. So let's go ahead from the absolute bottom right here, this low of about 390, 360, around that range, and then pull it up from there and see how much gains a 700% rally would be. So right here would be a 700% rally. That is roughly about $30. Now, big whoop, $30. Nobody wants to sell for $30. That might not even be life-changing money for some people, but that's why I tell people, that's why you need to average down and buy at the bottom, accumulating at the point to make the most money. You have to buy when people are bearish, and there are so many people bearish right now. You have to buy when people are fearful. You have to buy at the absolute bottom, the point to make the most amount of money. Now, that is a realistic price target for a potential squeeze for AMC. A 700% run would put us at roughly about $30 to $29 would be a 700% run. As you guys can see, marked in the blue box is the percentage, and on the right is the price over here on the right, and then the blue box has the percentage for the gain. So roughly $30 to $29 would be a 700% run. Let's go ahead and check out how much a 1,100% from the absolute bottom, so not where we're at right now, but the absolute bottom, how high that would take us. So again, let's say AMC capitulated just like Volkswagen did before seeing a massive pump to the upside. Also, guys, if you look at the last time AMC squeeze, these things always dump before they run up. That's what happens on a short squeeze. They dump and capitulate. As you guys can see, it dumped to a new low here and dumped to a new low here. I just wanted to point that out. But as you guys can see, let's go ahead and see how much 1,100% run would be. Now, this is actually, ironically enough, the minimum price point that I think AMC will go to once this thing starts to move. I really think the minimum price that it's going to go to is all-time highs, and ironically enough, that's right around 1,100% gains. So I do think we're going to really see 1,100% gains. So you guys will be gaining 1,100%, and that is from the absolute bottom. So that's if AMC capitulated back down to about $3.60, 1,100% gains, which the 2020 run-up was, and the 2020 run-up would be $30, but the 2020 run-up would be 1,100% gains, and that would put us at about $45 to $44 in that range for 1,100% gains, $44 to $45. Now, I don't know about you, but guys, that is a decent gain in my personal opinion. Also, if we go ahead and look at the fundamentals or the technicals for the falling wedge as well, again, I show you guys this all the time, a price point. So we have this technical breakout of this falling wedge. This is a technical pattern. To get the price target for that breakout, you want to take your high from your low. So we have two potential price points for AMC so far. Again, about $48. So again, two potential price points for the squeeze are $29 to $30, a 700% gain, or 45 to 40 or 45, I'll say 45 to $50, a 1,000 to 1,100, a 1,000 to 1,500% gain. So again, $30 to $29 would be a 700% gain. I guess that would be my minimum price point for the AMC squeeze. And then my absolute lowest price point that I think it's going to, based off of the technicals and fundamentals, the lowest price point. This does not count all of the FTDs, all of the short interest, all of the FOMO, all of the gamma. We are going to go much, much, much higher in my personal opinion, but the lowest I think we'll go is about $45 to $50. That'd be a 1,100% gain, 1,100 or 1,500% gain, roughly in that area. So the two price points that I'm looking at right now are $29 to $30 and $40 to $50 for the squeeze. Let's go ahead and see some more price points. Now, based off of this is just the technicals and fundamentals that we're looking at this point. Let's go ahead and look at some more fundamental data and see what we can discover about how high this thing can go. Now, something I want to point out now is the run-up that we had last time. We had about 24% short interest when we ran to the upside. We have 20% short interest right now. So if all these shorts started to cover, let's say this thing started to run up, all of these shorts started to cover, and we seen this thing break all-time highs, short start to cover, short start to capitulate. Let's see how high this can go. Now, based off of my bracket video, I would say $100 and $150 is a very likely price point for AMC. Anything after this is very, very speculative in my personal opinion, but I do think these next price targets that I'm about to let you guys know are possible based off of straight facts. These are straight facts. Again, you guys can be as speculative as you want, but I'm basing these price points off of fundamentals and things that could actually happen in the market. Again, the lowest I think AMC is going to go during the squeeze is $40 to $50. The price points that we have found already are $29 to $30, $40 to $50, and let's continue on. Now, if we add all of the FTDs, all of the things like that, improving fundamentals of the company. So we have the company is doing much, much better than when it ran up last time. Also, if you look, and this is something I say in all of my videos, FTDs have been accumulating.
Look how much FTDs accumulated. Look how much price ran last time. And look how little FTDs accumulated. Look at this, a little bit of FTDs accumulating, and then look how much price ran. Look how much FTDs we have. We have all-time highs on FTDs, as well as cost to borrow being much higher than when we ran up last time. So what I'm thinking is we are going to see a bigger move, an exacerbated move, and that's why I think $150 is a very likely price target for the AMC short squeeze. But I do think, and again, this is speculative, we could reach up to $200 to $250 based off of the FTDs, the short interest, the FOMO, the gamma, all of those things coming into play. During the MOAS, we could reach possibly $200 to $250. Now, again, guys, I told you this is very, very speculative, but I do think this could happen. But the lowest price point, again, is $40 to $50 that I'm thinking we're going to hit. Now, let's go ahead and jump a little bit more down the speculative tunnel and see how high this thing could possibly go. So, again, we already talked about the FTDs racking up, more short interest, higher cost to borrow, better company fundamentals, and the technicals. How high can this thing go if we were to have a massive, massive short squeeze? So we've seen Volkswagen go basically up to $1,100 in US dollars. This is marked in euros. You can see that it went up to about 1,000 euros, maybe 1,100 euros. So that'd be roughly about 1,200 US dollars. So in theory, if we were to have a massive short squeeze, like a crazy short squeeze, everything went into this thing and started perfectly. We started to run up. So I'm going to go ahead and describe what I'm talking about. We started to run up. We started to build this, basically this uptrend breaking out of this falling wedge. We started to slowly trend up. GME starts to run. Now we start to MOAS. Now the stock market starts to crash. We're going higher and higher and higher. Next thing you know, we get a big pre-market pop. We're up to $50. Shorts start to cover in a panic. People start to FOMO in. People, call options go crazy. How high can this thing go? $1,200 AMC could possibly see. Now, again, this could just be a wick. This could be a small one trade, but I do think it is realistically possible for AMC to go to $1,200. And after this, I'm going to explain my brackets very shortly in this video as well. But I do think we could reach $1,200 for the AMC short squeeze, as crazy as that sounds. Now, some people think we could go much higher than that. I'm in the camp that we cannot go much higher than that. Maybe $5,000. That's like getting out there, getting really out there. But you have to start looking at market cap at a certain level, guys. You have to be realistic. And that's why I said this video is going to be based off of facts and technicals, letting you guys know how high we can go and why. I'm not just going to say crazy numbers like, oh, it's going to 1 million. It's going to 100,000. That is not possible based off of market cap. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm in the camp that 100,000, 1 million is not possible based off market cap. There's not enough money in the world. I'm sorry to burst your bubble if you do think that's possible, but I'm telling you it is not, and we're not going to see those prices during the MOAS. You're going to be holding for numbers that never come, and that's why brackets are so important, because there's lots of people that seen massive amount of profits in their account and they still didn't sell. They were holding for numbers that didn't come, and that's when the greed comes in. That's why you have to focus on the psychology of everything. And remember the psychology. When you feel that euphoria, that thrill, all of those things, that's when you need to start being fearful. And when people are greedy, that's when you need to be fearful. That's why when this thing squeezes, I'm going to try to help everyone make the most amount of money so you don't get caught in a major bull trap. When this thing has a blow off top, we can sell right off the top. Now, I'm going to be talking about my brackets during the end of this video, letting you guys know my sell points for AMC. So my first AMC bracket is set at $50. Of course, that is the lowest thing. And the way that I'm going to do my brackets, say you have 100, or say we're just going to pick a number. Say you have 100 shares. So we're going to do it by percentages. So how I would break down my brackets is I would sell 10% at $50. And let me explain my logic in this, because that way you catch profit on the way up. And also at the end of this, you do leave a runner. That way you can play around and gamble with that. But this way you lock in gains and make sure you have money and you do not become a bag holder when this thing pumps to the downside like some people are doing right now. You don't want to be a bag holder. You want to make money off of this thing. I sold last time. I sold half of my shares and then bought back the other half, keeping profit. I only bag held some of them. On paper, it is in the red, but obviously I have all of that profit from selling half of my shares up here at about $30 on the way when it ran up. So I did sell at about $30, $40 and then bought back down here with all of those profits, accumulating more shares in the process and playing with house money. That's exactly what you want to do with this squeeze. So again, explaining the brackets. My first bracket is sell 10% of shares at $50. And of course, just the percentages for whatever you need. But again, I would suggest at least 10 to 20% on each of these bracket levels, but you can adjust it 10, 15, 20% as you see fit. But the first level of my bracket is at $50. The next level that I'd be selling at is another 10% or 20% of my shares at $100 to $150. Next level would be $200 to $250. Again, sell 10 to 20%, however you see weighted. Next level would be $500. Then I would be selling all but let's say 10 to 20% of my shares at $1,200, letting the rest run to try to catch the most amount of gains. And then in this process, you lock in gains. You can also buy back in with the house money, with the profits that you made, catching the run, even going higher. You make sure that you get all of your gains and you lock those in and secure those. You do not want to be a bag holder after the small loss. Imagine holding for 2 years and waiting the whole way through for numbers that don't come. So guys, hopefully this video was informative for you. Hopefully these numbers were good to hear. Hopefully they weren't too jarring, because I know some people are like, oh, $1,200. I know it can go way higher than that. Look, you can go ahead and wait for numbers that are not going to come, but hopefully with this video, you guys will see that these numbers are realistic. These are based off of technicals and fundamentals. I'm going to run through them real quick just before the video ends and what we're looking at. So guys, again, these numbers are, the first set of numbers is the first squeeze that we had, a 700% run. That is the 2020 run up. That would be at about $29 to $30. Okay, that is not what I think is going to happen at all. The lowest I think we could possibly be at is all-time highs, and I really think we're going to go much higher than that. I think we're going to go to about $100 to $150, basically, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to start running towards all-time highs based off the technicals and fundamentals alone. FOMO is going to kick in, shorts are going to cover, and then that's going to push us higher. Now, again, if everything goes into play and everything runs into this thing perfectly, we could go to about $1,200 in my personal opinion. Anything after that is very, very speculative and I think a gamble. But again, the levels are $29 to $30 for the first level, then $40 to $50 for the next level. That's based off of the breakout of the falling wedge, as well as the previous run, 1,100% gains. The next level after that is going to be $150 to $100, a very, very likely level that I think is coming for AMC that I think could happen. And then the very, very highest level, the max that I think AMC is going to go to, $1,200, $1,500, absolute highest. I really think $1,200 is even pushing it, but I do think it is going to wick up at least to that high if things play into this thing perfectly. So guys, that is the video. You heard my reasoning, you heard my brackets, you heard everything. Hopefully you found this video informative. Please do not be bag holding during this MOAS. The squeeze is coming. Make sure that you lock in the gains, especially after waiting all this time. And again, quick message for inspiration for you guys. Whoever said making life-changing money would be easy? That's why it's putting you guys through all these trials and tribulations, because once you make this bag, you're going to keep this bag because you're going to appreciate it. All right. So with that being said, this is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. And if you did and want to, you can become a member, only $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time, or you could just support me for free simply by subscribing, dropping a like, or making a comment. All of those things do help, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you that do it. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can support me for free simply by dropping a like, comment, or subscribing. And if you want, you can become a member, only $2.99 a month, and you can cancel anytime. You get exclusive idioms, exclusive access to my videos, and exclusive access to me as well. Just go ahead and press join on the channel button down below. As always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that watches to the end of this video, and have fun. Stay safe, make money. Peace out.